Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 24 of my favorite debut albums of all time. The top debuts across all music genres. Only picking 31, because of course there's 31 days here in October. Very, very tough. A lot of great debut albums. So many great ones are just not going to kind of make the cut, but the top 31, our favorite 31s, those are pretty special, right? Absolutely. Including this one, which was released April 14th, 1980. Recorded at Kingsway Studios in London, England. Produced by Will Malone for EMI and Capitol Records, depending on where you were at. Talking about Iron Maiden. Self-titled. That is correct. The album that started it all, with the iconic Derek Riggs artwork. Right, and then of course that very kind of dark and menacing, spooky live shots of the band here. Yes, indeed. Kind of the birth of the new wave of British heavy metal movement. Yes, indeed. One of the main bands that came out of that scene. All these young, exciting, hard rock and heavy metal bands who were toiling around the UK scene, trying to make a name for themselves, taking elements from the 70s heavy rock scene and the punk movement and creating a new style of music. All sorts of different bands, right? Iron Maiden, Def Leppard, Saxon, Angel Witch, you name them. Diamond Head, Demon, Praying Mantis, Tigers of Pantang, Satan, Tokyo Blade, Angel Witch. Could throw Venom in there too as well, right? All these bands just popping up and creating new exciting heavy sounds for all of us heavy metal fans, right? Of course, the original lineup on album, right? The original lineup of Paul Di'Anno on lead vocals, Dave Murray on guitar, Dennis Stratton on guitar, of course, would later go on to Praying Mantis, Steve Harris on bass, and Clive Burr on drums. So what do we have on this album? We got some early Iron Maiden classics, of course, that still hold up to this day, I think. It starts off with Prowler. Prowler is such a great track. Again, there's very unique vocals of Paul Di'Anno, right? This driving song, driving riff, great lead guitars, the bass up front in the mix and busy, acrobatic. Remember Tomorrow, classic tune right there. Also, I like the kind of moodier stuff that this version of the band did, for dark and foreboding, right? Running Free is Fast and Furious, and of course you got Phantom of the Opera. I'd argue that Phantom of the Opera is got lots of technical metal in it, maybe, dare I even say, progressive metal. I love Phantom of the Opera. It's an absolute classic. It's also a great example of one of their early kind of like epic length tracks. This one's about just over 7 minutes long, but of course the band would continue on doing these longer tracks, and in more recent years, of course, doing them most of the time, right? The 3-minute song doesn't exist anymore in the Iron Maiden canon that these days, right? And of course you got the great instrumental Transylvania, which kicks off side 2 of the original vinyl. Excellent Strange World, again, another cool moody song, really, really good. Charlotte the Harlot, so good. Part 1 of another song that we would see a couple of albums later, right? Charlotte the Harlot, good anthemic metal track right there. And then, of course, one of their signature tracks, not one of my favorites, but it's one of their signature tracks, the title track, or the name of the band, Iron Maiden. Basically played at every single concert, or most of them anyway, going forward. I used to like Iron Maiden a lot, but I guess I've just kind of tired of hearing it. But, it's just a fast, pedal to the metal kind of track, anthemic track, whatever. But lots of great stuff on this album. It's a classic for a reason. Those first 2 Maiden albums of Paul Di'Anno are just legendary albums. I would say going forward, the second album, Killers, I think they took everything that they kind of started on this record and really tightened up the songwriting even more and up the ante as far as musicianship. And I think Killers is even an improvement on this great album right here. And then, of course, Bruce would join the band replacing Paul, and you got Number of the Beast and Power Slave and Peace of Mind and all those great albums, right? So, yeah. All right, let's take a look at the charting position in France. This made it to number 10. In Sweden, made it to number 36. And back home for them in the UK, this was a number 4 album on their charts. Pretty good. Did not chart here in the States. Really wasn't until Killers that this country here in the U.S. really started to pick up on the sounds of Iron Maiden. So I think that there was whispers about this band coming from the U.K., right, with this ghoulish album cover and whatnot. But when Killers came out, that's when it all started to happen here. Let's see, reissues in 2006. This album came back on the Italian charts at number 68. Very cool, Sal. They're tuned into Iron Maiden. In 2009, again, with reissues and things, it recharted in Greece, number 52. Sweden, number 27. 2013, popped back on the French charts at number 98. And then also in 2020, we saw a resurgence once again. Belgian charts over in Wallonia, 31. German charts, 34. Hungary, 21. Portugal, 40. Scottish charts, number 5. Davey and Stephen were busy spearheading that whole movement. Spain, 51. Swiss charts, 31. UK rock and metal album charts, number 1. And then certifications, Canada, platinum, 100,000 units sold. Germany, gold, 250,000 units sold. Japan, gold, 100,000 units sold. And the UK, platinum, 300,000 units sold. No certifications here in the US. Very strange. Very strange. You would think, like, after the Maiden started really getting popular here, that it would drive the sales of this debut album at least to gold status, but it looks like it has not done that. It's very strange. I'm actually quite surprised at seeing that, but hey, odder things have happened, right? So yeah, and that is our pick for today. Just kind of see if I have anything else. Oh yeah, it's singles. Let's get that out of the way. So Running Free, released February 8th, 1980, and Sanctuary, released May 23rd, 1980. So, yeah, did I even mention Sanctuary before? I might have just skipped over Sanctuary. Sanctuary is a fun song, too. Really love that a lot. But anyway, that was on the North American edition, right? Forgot to mention that. Sanctuary, I guess, not on the original UK version, but here in the States, Sanctuary was part of this particular album. So, anyway, that is my pick for today. Let us know what you think of Iron Maiden's debut down in the comments below, but more importantly, your pick for today, because we all play along each and every day, right? And we'll see you tomorrow for pick number 23 as we march our way to number 1. Of course, guys understand I will be away on vacation next week. However, I will pre-record all of the daily morning shows for you, so they will be all loaded up and ready to go each and every day. I'll be doing that over the weekend, just recording all the 5 or 6 episodes that I'll need for that. Yeah, it's 6 of them. And they'll be already up on the channel here, so you can just pop in every morning, just like you normally do, and enjoy the countdown as it continues even while I'm away. And we will have, looks like we're originally going to skip a week, but it looks like we're going to get together and record Hudson Valley Squares on Sunday evening, so you'll have that Monday in its normal time slot. You've got In the Prog Seat today, and you'll have In the Prog Seat on its regular scheduled time in 2 weeks. So really not going to miss much of anything. Martin and I have already pre-recorded our show as well, so we'll have that for you next Friday. And I think that basically takes care of everything. Yeah. So, the only thing we'll be missing next week is we will not have a Monsters Den next week. We'll catch up on that on the flip side. So we'll get back to that when I come back. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. This is on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, down there, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership button. You can join up and subscribe to a membership here on the channel. Thank you, everybody, for all your support, as always. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. As I mentioned, In the Prog Seat tonight, our prog metal episode, favorite prog metal albums of the 90s. That's coming up this evening. Stay tuned for that. And new album reviews tomorrow. And most of the normal stuff this week will be happening. We've got Friday morning at the Funhouse, the Professor's Picks, Jamie Lazo and the review crew on Saturday, and ranking the albums on Sunday of Rosington Collins Band, myself and Grant Arthur. It's only 2 albums. It'll be a short but sweet episode. It's just cool that we're talking about Rosington Collins Band, right? For those of you who are Lynyrd Skynyrd fans who remember the great band that formed in the ashes of the horrific plane crash from Lynyrd Skynyrd. So anyway, we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.